This is Jim Cornette, and I just want to say to the folks in Music City Wrestling, now that you're members of the NWA, the National Wrestling Alliance, the oldest and largest governing body of professional wrestling anywhere in the world, then you're going to have to be doing some dealings with James E. Cornette, especially now that I understand that not only is Music City Wrestling bringing the NWA tradition back to Nashville, but also to Louisville at the Louisville Gardens every Tuesday night. Well, I guarantee you, Jim Cornette has got to be involved when you're talking about my hometown. I've managed the NWA World Tag Team Champions like the Midnight Express back in '86 and again in '88. I've also managed the NWA United States Tag Team Champions. Also now currently got Dan Severn, the NWA World Heavyweight Champion. So one way or another, Music City, you're going to have to be doing some dealings with Jim Cornette. And believe me, I'm going to be on the phone to you, Bert, Prentice, soon and often until I get my way around Music City Wrestling.
How you doing, everybody? Bert Prentice here. Hope you're having a great Saturday here in Music City, USA. Mainly why I'm on television today is to tell you about a big exciting card coming to the Nashville Fairgrounds Sports Arena on Saturday night, June 6th. Now, you've seen the homecoming, you've seen Christmas Chaos, the Tojo Yamamoto Memorial Card. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Saturday night, June 6th, will be undoubtedly the biggest night ever. The others cannot compare to what we're going to have Saturday night, June 6th, as we celebrate 50 years of the National Wrestling Alliance. That's right, it's the 50th anniversary of the NWA. Now, there's an address already there on the screen, because if you want ringside seats and you do not get to Lebanon, Tennessee tonight, you need to mail in your order at the address below. That's the only way you can get ringside seats for this event. Now, because of the size, I mean, this is basically our version of WrestleMania. Because of the size of the attendance that we hope is going to be there, and when we announce the lineup, we know it's going to sell out, we have made the first two rows of ringside what we call a golden circle. Those seats are $20 a piece, and you can only get them either at a live show tonight in Lebanon or through the mail at P.O. Box 17855. As most of you folks know, all the front row seats at ringside are reserved almost every week. The whole front row is reserved except 16 seats. There are 16 unreserved seats at ringside that will go on sale in Lebanon tonight. We have reserved the other for the people that come every week and sit front row. Come to Lebanon tonight and get that seat if you can, but I will hold that ticket till Saturday, May 9th. So if you're a regular ringside seat person, come tonight in Lebanon, pick up your tickets, claim your tickets tonight, or mail in your check or money order, $20 per ticket to MCW, P.O. Box 17855, Nashville, Tennessee 37217. Already signed for this. I mean, we're going to have past champions. We're going to have legends. I'm telling you. Handsome Harley Race will be there. 8-time NWA World Heavyweight Champion. Unbelievable. I'm trying to get together two of the most famous four horsemen that night. And ladies and gentlemen, next week we're going to announce even more names. I'm telling you, it's going to be the greatest night in the history of Nashville wrestling. Order your tickets today. Now, regular ringside seats, that's row 3 to row 6, are $15. General admission seats are $10. These prices are for one night only. Then they'll go back to the regular prices. The Golden Circle is $20. If you're watching from out of state or out of the area, you zip your check or more money order in today. We get it Monday, Tuesday. We'll send the tickets out the day you send them, and you'll get best available seats. So if you want up close and see all the former NWA legends in person and some incredible matches, you come to the NWA 50th anniversary card. Order your tickets by mail, or they will go on sale tonight at the Lebanon Airport Armory. You must have a VIP pass to get in the Golden Circle $20 seat. Now, what that entitles you to, at 5:30 that afternoon, we're going to have a dinner and a meet and greet with all of the legends. If you have a VIP $20 Golden Circle ticket, you come to that at 5:30, and you will meet your favorite stars and mingle with all the wrestlers on the card, and there'll be food and drink, and it's going to be great. And the Golden Circle people are the only people, the VIP people, allowed to that, and that's a $20 VIP Golden Circle ticket. Front row, my normal, regular front row folks get first shot at them tickets. I'll hold them only till May 9th. You must pick them up by May 9th. Otherwise, folks, get your orders in today. Golden Circle, that's the first 2 rows, $20 each. We'll obviously pay the postage. Row 3 through row 6, $15 each. And general admission tickets, you can order them by mail. I suggest you do that. We only have a limited number, $10 each. We will mail them back to you immediately. See you tonight in Lebanon. All you front row regulars, you need to get down there and get your VIP passes as soon as you can. We'll see you tonight. What a whale of a card in Lebanon. It's going to be hot. And thanks for watching MCW Wrestling.
Tonight in Lebanon, Tennessee, you're going to see me, Styling Shane Eaton, take on Mr. Handsome Andy Anderson. Now, I don't know too much about this boy, but I do know one thing. He's been taken under Brickhouse Brown's wing. That's all I need to know.
We're starting it off with a couple of good ones in the ring today, ladies and gentlemen. In the yellow with the stars, young Chris the Comet Michaels taking on handsome Andy Anderson from Montreal, Quebec, Canada. This is going to be a good matchup.
Absolutely, Bert Prentice. You know, you want to talk about these two competitors in there right now. Very similar styles, although in the past the only real difference has been one of them has been willing to break and sometimes totally annihilate the rules, and that's Andy Anderson. You see right there putting Chris Michaels down with a shoulder block.
Michaels meets Andy Anderson coming off the ropes, takes him over again. Nice arm drag, beautiful drop kick by the Comet, Chris Michaels, and the fans love Chris Michaels at MCW.
And you see Andy taking a little break out there on the outside right now. One of the things I also want to comment about handsome Andy Anderson, the athlete from Canada that you see on the outside right there, is now, in addition to the fact that in the past he's had that killer instinct, much more than this Chris Michaels, he is now, as you well know, Bert Prentice, under the tutelage of one Mr. Brickhouse Brown.
Yes, he is, and do you know that I hear rumors off of the internet that handsome Andy Anderson is dating Princess D.
Well, that's possible as well. You know, I know Princess D went on a tour of Canada up there, and she actually found handsome Andy Anderson, and this has been very influential in bringing him here to MCW Wrestling.
Well, that explains it all, then.
And I got to say, this handsome Andy Anderson, although he's getting on the losing end of the stick right here in the ring against Chris Michaels, outside of the ring, apparently he's a lucky man if he's hooking up with Princess D.
Well, I tell you what, Chris Michaels came to work today, my gosh, taking it right to a young Andy Anderson. Hey, there's your friend there in the front row.
Who are you talking about?
Handsome Andy Anderson making his way back into the ring. Sizing up Chris Michaels. I'm not so sure Andy Anderson knew what he was getting into this morning.
Well, I'll tell you what, I guarantee you he knew what he was getting into, because Brickhouse Brown and Chris Michaels are not strangers, Bert Prentice, and they got more matches coming up here in MCW, and I know that Brickhouse told Andy Anderson exactly what he was in for in this match.
Ladies and gentlemen, there's nothing like seeing it live starting tonight in Lebanon, Tennessee, just 30 short miles away from Nashville, straight east on I-40. We're at the Lebanon Airport Armory tonight. It's a big night. So much going on in Lebanon. Wait till you see the card. Also, this Tuesday night, we return to the world-famous Louisville Gardens in Louisville, Kentucky. But ladies and gentlemen, a lot going on tonight. The tickets for the 50th anniversary NWA card go on sale tonight in Lebanon. You front row regulars, get over there, get your tickets so you don't lose them. Also, the World Wrestling Federation, Paul, has sent us the new releases of the Stone Cold Steve Austin t-shirt, the Hell Yeah t-shirts, and we're going to sell them tonight in Lebanon this Tuesday in Louisville. I'm sure they'll be gone by Tuesday, but if you want the new Stone Cold t-shirt, it premieres tonight, and we're going to have it right there in Lebanon.
The Hell Yeah t-shirt. You better watch your language, potty mouth. Let me tell you something. I saw you out here earlier, too, talking about...
What a beautiful arm drag. Did you see that, Paul?
Yes, I did, and like I was going to say, I saw you out here earlier talking about the 50th anniversary card coming up June 6th. What was that shirt you were wearing? Would you come straight from your bowling league or something?
No, that was a very high-dollar blue shirt, thank you.
Yeah, at the dollar store, maybe. I heard about your nickname in these bowling leagues, Gutterball Bert.
Chris Michaels got locked on that arm of a handsome Andy Anderson. Anderson backs him into the corner, rakes the eyes. Couple of stiff forearms to the midsection. Whips Michaels across. He reverses Anderson hard in and a high back down hard to the mat. MCW action, nothing like it, ladies and gentlemen. And we would love to come to your city or town. Just, I tell you what, call us today. 615-365-4108. Leave a message. We just raised over $3,000. $3,000 for the fine folks in Elizabethtown, Illinois for the DARE program. Made over $3,000 on MCW Wrestling. The fire department up in, help me here, Paul, where was that? Westmoreland. Made over $1,000 in one night. Nothing like bringing live wrestling, a proven moneymaker for nonprofit organizations. Give us a call today.
Well, absolutely, Bert. And don't start asking me what these towns are, because I don't like going to any of them where there's more cattle stand around than people. Give me a break. I got to go up there. Stars like myself and Flash Flanagan, who's also going to be at all the shows that you've been mentioning coming up here, have had to go to places like Elizabethtown and defeat the likes of, well, in that instance, Doug Gilbert.
Count of two by handsome Andy Anderson. You didn't defeat Doug Gilbert.
1, 2, 3 in the center of the ring, Bert Prentice. And you're talking about a count of two by Andy Anderson. He's had a bunch of near falls right here while you've been plugging all your towns.
Near falls mean nothing. Talking about plugging towns, we're coming to Lafayette this Friday. Oh my gosh, did you see that?
Yes, I did. You're talking about 2 counts mean nothing. I'll tell you what 2 counts mean. It means he's wearing down this Chris Michaels, who's laid out right there in the center of the ring.
Count of 2 again on young Chris Michaels. Handsome Andy Anderson, Canada's favorite son. As I was saying, we'll be in Lafayette this Friday night at the Lafayette Middle School for the Lions Club, raising money for the Lions Club. Then, on the 8th of May, a big show down in Lawrenceburg for the Quarterback Club at the Lawrenceburg Rotary Park Gym in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee. Can't wait to get down there. Friday, May 8th. What a show that's going to be.
You know, and like we say, as we see handsome Andy Anderson flipping Michaels upside down and over in the corner, now with a big clothesline. Handsome Andy Anderson taking care of business in the ring, but I understand you're going to have Handsome Harley Race at the NWA 50th anniversary show. Is that correct?
Handsome Harley Race will be there. We're reuniting 2 of the famous 4 horsemen. We'll announce that next week. Some other former champions. I don't want to tell everybody who's coming the first week, because I'd like to, kind of like we did the Legends show, announce a few each week. But yes, Handsome Harley Race will be there Saturday night, June 6th, and next week we're going to announce 2 more. The Legends are coming. Everybody that's going to be there will have major history with the National Wrestling Alliance.
Well, absolutely. And you know, you see Michaels making a comeback here. I did want to mention that Andy Anderson's going to be out here during this hour with Brickhouse Brown. They have a few words for us, and I understand Andy actually has a lot to say about his new alliance that he's formed with Brickhouse.
Chris Michaels now picking up Anderson. Anderson rakes the eyes of Chris Michaels.
I love it. It's that killer instinct, Bert, and Brickhouse has obviously instilled even a stronger one in him.
Picks him up for a body slam. Handsome Andy Anderson.
And you know what? As far as Handsome Harley Race goes, one of the biggest matches I can remember in Madison Square Garden, you know, I'm more familiar with that because that's where I grew up, was Handsome Harley Race against Hulk Hogan. And I'll tell you what, Hogan busted a chair right over Harley Race's head, just like Stephen Dunn, who's also going to be here within the hour talking about his upcoming matches, has done to a lot of the individuals here in MCW. Now look at Michaels. That's a very dangerous position for Anderson, and he's now down. That could be the huge, big turning point in the match, Bert.
Chris Michaels now. Wait a minute, there's Brickhouse Brown just pushed him up. Gene Johnson, turn around.
And there goes Brickhouse Brown. And there goes the 3 count, Bert Prentice.
Your winner.
Oh, yeah.
That isn't fair. Andy Anderson, the winner. Doggone it.
You know what, Chris Michaels? I don't know what kind of deal you and Bert Prentice got going on. 1 minute, I'm wrestling Shane Eden. No more matches with you. Now the next thing I know, tonight in Lebanon, I got Chris Michaels. It couldn't suit me any better. Chris Michaels, you interfered in my match in Nashville. And it's a good thing for the good officiating, because Gene came down and seen what was happening and reversed the decision, and I got my hand raised. That's the way it should have been. Now tonight in Lebanon, Chris Michaels, what you got up your sleeve now? What you and Bert Prentice done conjured up? My man here gonna take care of Shane Eden, and he ought to, because I done kicked Shane Eden all over the territory, so it ought to be pretty easy for you to take care of that. Chris Michaels, tonight, I'm through with you. I'm tired of you. I'm going to take you down through there, take you out, and I'm going to beat your ass, boy, right there in Lebanon, Tennessee. I'm going to tell you right now, I ain't responsible for what happened to you, because I'm sick and tired of jabronis like you trying to make a name for yourself against me, Brickhouse Brown. Don't you know, sucker, it's like a who's who of who I beat in pro wrestling. It'll be 18 years for me, May 2nd, boy. And I don't think you can stand that. Chris Michaels, how long you been around? 3, 4 years? Well, boy, I'm going to tell you something right now. You might have a good, bright future in professional wrestling if you wasn't getting in the ring with me tonight in Lebanon. And I'm going to show you what time it is because you don't know. You better pick up that phone and call somebody, fool, because you're in a world of trouble on this earth tonight in Lebanon. Now, you got Shane Eden. You going to take care of him for me, bro?
You betcha. Tonight, sissy boy Shane Eden, I'm going to get you, and let me tell you what I'm going to do.
Hey, that's enough. You just take care of business with Shane Eden and just get the job done for what I brought you in here for, and I'll get you some more title shots coming up with North American champion Colorado Kid. Just keep doing what I tell you to do, okay? You don't need that much mic time. I'm the man here. I do all the talking. Okay. So, Chris Michaels, one more thing, boy. You better show your face in the place. Be on time, cause your butt mine, and bring your tail as well. Cause we gonna get down, no diggity, no doubt. You gonna be mine all night long, and I'm gonna take you out, brother. Cause I'm gonna tell you, Chris Michaels, I'm so sick and tired of looking at you and Shane Eden. And tonight in Lebanon, and my man here gonna take care of Shane, and I'm gonna take care of you, and we're gonna be through dealing with you, and we moving on to bigger and better things right there in Lebanon.
You know, all day long in the studio, everybody's asking where Reno Riggins is at. Well, let me tell you, he's in a little town called Nunya business. But I'll tell you where he is going to be, and that's tonight in Lebanon, Tennessee. He's going to be right there at the Armory. And what he's going to be doing when he gets there is taking this kid, this Rob Conway, and kicking his butt from one end of the building to the other. Now, you would have thought, Conway, that you would have smartened up to the fact after we hurt your partner and took his knee out right there in Louisville, Kentucky. He's still laid up somewhere in a hospital bed. Well, tonight in Lebanon, if you're not real careful, you're going to get more of the same. But that ain't the big news. Oh, that ain't the big news by a long shot. For a long time, the Colorado Kid, Bert Prentice, has been handpicking your opponents. You've been, I guess, what you consider to be the best of the best, the Jason Lees, the Trailer Park Trashes. Well, let me tell you something. Tonight, boy, you're stepping up into the big leagues. You're stepping in there with Stephen Dunn, one half of the Tennessee Vols. And what you're doing is you're putting your title on the line. That precious North American heavyweight title that you're bragging about going through 20 men. You're putting that on the line right there in Lebanon, Tennessee. So not only are those people going to get to see a heavyweight title match, but they're going to get to see me put you down once and for all, and not Bert Prentice, not MCW, not anybody is going to be able to protect you, son. Because let me tell you something, kid. I've watched you for a long time. I didn't like you then, and I don't like you now. And I could care less about you beating Lawler, Cactus Jack, or anybody else, because tonight you got the best. You got Stephen Dunn. I'm going after your title.
Music City Wrestling is going to be in Lebanon, Tennessee tonight. Leading the pack is going to be the Colorado Kid. I'm the one carrying the belt. I'm the man that stood the test of 20 guys crawling in that ring, and I was the last man standing. I was the one who had my hand raised when it was all said and done. And now there's people out here that say, you know, Bert Prentice, he handpicks Colorado Kid's opponents. Well, you can't say that tonight, because tonight I'm going to be down there with half of the volunteers. I'm going to be down there with Stephen Dunn. And he's going to have fire in his eyes, I know. In fact, they went out and they stole these belts off a limited edition. Well, I tell you what, Stephen Dunn, if you think you can steal this belt, come get it. But you're going to have to pry it off my cold, dead fingers before I give it up. You ain't getting it, and ain't nobody else getting it. He's a new kid in town, and if you haven't been watching, well, you need to open up your eyes. I might have been on a bookshelf collecting dust, but I've come out of that bookshelf, and I'm coming out with a fury. I've got this belt, and I'm hanging on to it, and anybody steps in my way, well, I'm going to just go ahead and take you on out. So you come on down there. It's time for me to get a little radical. In fact, it's time for me to get a lot radical. It's time for the Colorado Kid to get Coloradical is what I'm going to call it. I've been flat-topping people. I've been giving them the mile-high neck breaker. There's a whole lot of new stuff you're going to see about me, but the new thing you're going to see more about me than anything is my attitude. So, Bert Prentice, get off your butt, start signing all these good matches, because these people want to see what a real champion wrestles like, and I'm going to show them. No more of these Trailer Park Trashes, no more of these Jason Lees. You bring me some opponents. And Stephen Dunn, I'm going to be ready for you tonight. I hope you're ready for me. And like I said, if you think you're going to walk out of there with my belt, you got another thing coming. Cold dead fingers. Ain't nobody taking it.
What a matchup here on today's show, ladies and gentlemen. The loser of this match, Mustard Roll and Jenny
Craig for 8 weeks to see the Battle of the Giants. 451-pound Frenchy Riviera being backed in the corner, and they're strutting his stuff. He says he weighs 198 pounds. Skinny Kenny. What a match this is going to be. Former tag team partners. They used to be called the Centerfolds. A lot of people think they're brothers. They are not brothers. There you go, Frenchy Riviera backing Skinny Kenny into the corner. And Frenchy gets a little moonshine there.
Well, you're talking about how they're former tag team champions, Bert Prentice. They are also former proteges of myself. I used to manage these two, and I always said, whether you ever listened to me or not, Bert Prentice, that Skinny Kenny was the superior athlete.
There's a boot to the behind of Skinny Kenny. Frenchy Riviera laying that size 13 boot in there and drops him unbelievable on the knee. And now, Frenchy Riviera up again. Frenchy Riviera, Skinny Kenny down hard with a clothesline.
And you've got this stipulation here on this match as Frenchy gets the crowd going behind him about the loser having to go to Jenny Craig. You know, I don't know what that's all about, because you can look at the physique right there of Skinny Kenny, and obviously that is not a man right there that needs to go on a diet, unlike that woman in the background there.
As you heard earlier on the program, Jim Cornette alluding to the big 50th anniversary of the NWA coming to the Nashville, Tennessee Fairgrounds, Saturday night, June 6th. Tickets go on sale in Lebanon, Tennessee on April 25th. Also, ladies and gentlemen, the same night in Lebanon, Tennessee, Airport Armory, the WWF has just shipped us the brand new Stone Cold Steve Austin Hell Yeah t-shirts, and they will be on sale in Lebanon. Come get one.
Well, I'll tell you what, Bert, and I also listened very closely to James E. Cornette's comments, and he said he's going to have some dealings with you, and I have to say, I do feel sorry for the man.
Skinny Kenny brings Frenchy Riviera into the corner.
That's right. You see him working on the arm, Bert Prentice, and I'll tell you what, I bet you if he broke his arm off, gravy would pour out of Frenchy Riviera. You know his blood type, don't you? It's ragu.
Calm down, fire hose. Someone take that coffee away from Paul Adams. Oh, there's a kick to the back of Frenchy Riviera. A kick to the side, and he's down to one knee. Another kick by Skinny Kenny. I tell you what, Skinny Kenny is one dangerous individual. Wrenching that arm. And again.
And you saw the during those boots in the corner there, Frenchy Riviera, the whole midsection there is shifting like the tides, Bert Prentice. Kind of not unlike yourself.
Paul Adams, do you think there's any way we could audit your checkbook this week and see if you have a check written out to Gene Johnson?
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
I didn't stay at the Travel Lodge.
Yeah.
So I don't know what
what's over there in the corner? Skinny Kenny's trying to feed Frenchy Riviera some nachos and cheese as referee Robert Briscoe looks on.
Well, no doubt, because like you said, the loser of this match has to go to Jenny Craig, and no doubt the loser is going to be Frenchy Riviera.
What's he reaching in his tights for?
I don't know, a napkin maybe to wipe off his face from
You're
that
all
hot dog
choked
there.
up today.
No.
Calm down, fire hose.
What I was trying to say is, before you interrupted me, like as usual, just like last week.
And now they're in the corner, ladies and gentlemen. Drapes that arm over the top rope.
What is this, deja vu all over again?
Skinny Kenny, Frenchy Riviera. Frenchy Riviera, the star of CMT latest videos. Backs him in the ropes. Whips him across. 451 pounds coming off and takes it down to the mat.
CMT, what's that stand for? Cellulite to the maximum television?
Country music television.
Yeah, not if Frenchy is on
Well, what he's got there, look at that foreign object. Unbelievable. Skinny Kenny working on the arm.
Foreign object.
Frenchy Riviera.
Foreign object. I don't know what you're talking about. If there's a foreign object in the ring, it probably slid out between.
Wait a minute, Skinny Kenny now. What's he doing? Going and getting us. Is that pizza he's got? Trying to put some pepperonis in the mouth of Frenchy Riviera.
Well, exactly. And after this match, Frenchy's going to be laid up in Jenny Craig for about 8 weeks. So Kenny's just trying to give him a little bit what he's going to miss during that time period.
Kenny's obviously came to the ring with a plan. Been working on that arm for some 6 minutes now.
A plan in about 8.
Frenchy Riviera across. Quit interrupting me. Down hard to the mat.
Hey.
Frenchy Riviera.
What's good for the goose, Bert Prentice?
Skinny Kenny pulls him up by the top rope. Frenchy Riviera down, going for the cover. He's not going to beat Frenchy Riviera that way. He's right next to the ropes and drapes his foot over the ropes. Ladies and gentlemen, nothing like seeing it live. Lebanon tonight, Nashville coming up May 2nd. The world-famous Louisville Gardens this Tuesday night. Wherever MCW Wrestling is, it's hot, hot, hot. Coming to Lafayette May 1st. Can't wait to see all our fans out there. Lawrenceburg, Tennessee. First time we've ever been there, May 8th. Plus coming to the Marshall County Fair in Benton, Kentucky, Tuesday night, May 19th. Also, Marietta, Georgia at the Cobb County Civic Center, a big card on June 24th. Barry Windham's going to be there, Marlena, and a host of others. All the MCWA stars in Atlanta, Georgia, right outside of Atlanta, in Marietta at the Cobb County Civic Center, June 24th.
Marlena. It's Marlena, Bert Prentice. Like 1, 2, 3 Marlena. It's just like the Wallflower song. Would you get people's names right, please, if you're going to sit out here and pronounce to Kate?
Who are the Wallflowers?
Well,
Mix him up now.
I'm sure in middle school when you were at the dance, you were one of them.
Kenny now going across. Whoa, and they collide in the middle of the ring. My gosh, Frenchy Riviera down hard.
And you see Kenny going back for that food in the corner. You know, always griping about these referees.
What's he doing? He's got a plate full of nachos and cheese. He's got a plate full of pizza.
This is like a 3-course meal.
I hope he doesn't think he's going to put that in the face of Frenchy Riviera.
Yep.
Not in my ring, he's not.
Absolutely.
Whoa, and it goes in the face of Skinny Kenny. My gosh. Nachos and cheese all over, stuns the big man.
He's blinded.
Takes him over. Count of 1, count of 2, count of 3. Your winner, Frenchy Riviera. Today's main event absolutely could be a main event anywhere in the country, ladies and gentlemen. Flash Flanagan taking on one half of PG-13. JC Ice, Wolfie D is not in the building. The dangerous Paul Adams is lurking at ringside. There you see Dundee up and over, down hard with the clothesline. The stipulation in this match, ladies and gentlemen, there you see the towel boy waving his flag. Whoever loses this match must leave Nashville for 1 year. Flash Flanagan, JC Ice. And with all the big shows coming up for MCW, neither one of them wants to leave town and lose them huge payoffs. Flash Flanagan going for the early advantage there on JC Ice. Now this match we're going to join in progress about the 10-minute mark, and it's been back and forth all the way through. There you see Paul Adams taunting Juanita Williams there at ringside. Jamie Dundee up and over, down with Flanagan. They're both going for the early advantage. You're trying to get that pinfall. All they need is a count of 3, and the other man is leaving Tennessee. Referee Gene Johnson, for better or for worse, is in the ring reffing this match. There you see Flash Flanagan lifting up JC Ice, flips him over. Flash Flanagan, front face lock on JC Ice. There you see Paul Adams, as I said, lurking at ringside. Flash Flanagan, one of the most dangerous wrestlers in all of wrestling, going to be a marquee player for either the World Wrestling Federation or WCW, no doubt about that in the years to come. A lot of the stars you see at MCW now, folks, you'll be hearing a lot about them in the years to come on all the cable shows, and you'll say, hey, I remember when they were stars in MCW wrestling, we had them first. They all go through Nashville, as all the legends have. And speaking of legends, what a night it's going to be. Saturday night, June 6th, only in Nashville, Tennessee, celebrating 50 years of the NWA. Already signed Handsome Harley Race will be in Nashville that night. Get your tickets now, ladies and gentlemen. Mail in your order now. Don't wait. Don't be shut out, because ringside will be sold out within a few weeks. May 9th, all of the tickets go into general processing, and then first come, first serve. I tell you what, get your tickets, even if it's general admission. Get your tickets early for that card. They'll be on sale tonight in Lebanon. All you front row regulars, get your tickets, because after May 9th, they will not be available. Already we announced it last Saturday in Nashville. Already, when I went to the post office, people had already mailed in ticket orders ahead of time. But you front row folks, you have first choice at your regular seat. But you got to get them, and you got to get them early. Did you see that? Jamie Dundee, what a prolific wrestler. I mean, he is just an incredible superstar. Jamie Dundee, second generation wrestler, son of superstar Bill Dundee, who we hope to have in MCW here in a few weeks, making a rare visit. Currently wrestling for the folks over in Memphis, and superstar Bill Dundee, certainly a legend anywhere in the world, and hopefully we'll be seeing him real soon. Also want to say hello to all the great fans in Louisville, Kentucky. The Louisville Gardens are starting to boil there on Tuesday night. The crowds are jumping each week, and we appreciate the fans supporting MCW, and we've stuck it out in a city that's had a lot of damage done to it, and and we are bringing weekly wrestling back, and we're bringing it with class and bringing it with style, the way MCW Wrestling can, and the folks in Louisville are reacting favorably. What happened to Gene Johnson? You just seen Jamie Dundee going for the pin, and Gene Johnson be pulled out of the screen. Could Paul Adams be pulling the foot? Now he's distracting him, a double reversal and a kick down by JC Ice. JC Ice is reaching in for something. What if JC Ice reaching for powder? Jamie Dundee, like he told you folks, he does not want to leave his hometown. Whoa! There's a very familiar move by Jamie Dundee on Flash Flanagan. Flanagan is out. Paul Adams now on ringside. He's got powder and he powdered JC Ice. My gosh. Neither one of these guys want to leave the area, and they're all fighting to stay. Paul Adams out on the ringside. The fans hate Paul Adams, and I count with them. I tell you what, I can see why. JC Ice now blinded by the powder. Flash Flanagan gaining senses, and he's up. Just pummels JC Ice down to the ring. Flash Flanagan now picking up Jamie Dundee. What's he going to do? Has him draped over the bottom rope there, choking the daylights out of young Dundee. Flash Flanagan still trying to get some of the powder out of his eyes. What a match this has been. Unbelievable. The fans in Nashville are loving this. Flanagan, Dundee, somebody's leaving Tennessee. Flash Flanagan with a closed fist to the forehead of Jamie Dundee. Backs him in, whips him across. And a nice drop kick by young Flash Flanagan, goes for the cover. Jamie Dundee has his foot over the rope. Flash Flanagan furious with the referee. Paul Adams always complaining about something on the outside. Flash Flanagan now working on Jamie Dundee. Boy, it's going to be hot tonight in Lebanon, folks. Make sure you get over there. Going to be action, 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 starting at 8 o'clock. As we said earlier, the Stone Cold Steve Austin t-shirts were shipped to us by the World Wrestling Federation. They go on sale tonight. It's the brand new release of Stone Cold t-shirts. And, of course, the World Wrestling Federation syndicates our TV show. And these are the official licensed t-shirts. This isn't none of that pirate junk. You're getting the real thing. Stone Cold Steve Austin t-shirts tonight in Lebanon and this Tuesday in Louisville. Also, you'll see the Tennessee Volunteers, the Colorado Kid, and all the major MCW superstars in the ring. Flanagan now. Sets him up, down, whoop, and Dundee up and over and stuns Flanagan. A kick to the midsection. Whips him across. High backdrop on Flanagan. Paul Adams trips Dundee. Dundee says, the heck with that, I'm having none of that. Goes to get Paul Adams. Flash surprises him from behind, has the count of 2. Kicks him in the midsection. Dundee punches him again. Adams up to ringside again. Flanagan across. Oh, and knocks Paul Adams senseless. Jamie's got the pin. Jamie's, no, count of 2. Doggone it. Manager's on his knees at ringside. That's familiar. Flanagan on Jamie Dundee. Jamie Dundee rakes the eyes of Flanagan. Jamie Dundee now climbs on the bottom ropes. Punching Flanagan mercifully. My gosh, just pummels him. Flanagan is almost out. Referee Gene Johnson pushes him back. Get off the ropes, he's saying. Jamie Dundee back on the bottom ropes again. Punching Flanagan. Gene Johnson again saying, come on, Jamie, get back. The man out of the corner. It's an infraction. Jamie Dundee again. Oh my gosh, now choke him, Flanagan on the corner. Finally, Gene Johnson pulls Jamie Dundee off. What is that? Paul Adams just threw Flash Flanagan a chain. Whoa, and it backdrops to Flanagan. JC Ice now has the chain. The crowd's going nuts. JC Ice has the chain. JC Ice has the chain. Flanagan begging in the corner. Gene Johnson sees the chain, says, no, 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 get that chain off of there. The referee and Jamie are fighting over the chain. Referee not calling no disqualification because there is none. Down hard. Wait, Flanagan had something. Flanagan had something. Dundee's down hard to the mat. Gene Johnson now counts 3, and Jamie Dundee has lost the loser leave town match. The winner, Flash Flanagan. Now these comments.
Well, before we get started, I just want to tell everybody in Nashville, Tennessee that I apologize. Not only do I apologize to you, but I apologize to me also. Because what we have here is a bad scenario going on of Flash Flanagan thinking he's the greatest thing that ever come through Nashville, Tennessee. Well, son, you're far from that, boy. Matter of fact, you couldn't even lace half the boots of the greats that's been through Nashville, Tennessee. But right now you are up on your high horse because PG-13 is nowhere around MCW. And why? Because of you, Flash Flanagan. That's a pretty damn good task to conquer. But you see, Wolfie D's out for a few weeks, and we know JC Ice is out for 365 days. Now, I could sit here and cry and whine and blame it on the referee. I could blame it on Paul Adams. Hell, I could blame it on anybody. But the bottom line is, it was my fault because I lost. And each time I thought I had you, Flash Flanagan, you seemed to be one step above me. And then I had another counter, and then you were one step above me again. But that's the object of this whole game, is a physical chess game. Do unto others as they do unto you, but only do it first. So, Flash Flanagan, we have Lebanon, Tennessee tonight. And, of course, you know JC Ice will not be there because he's not allowed for 365 days, which is a whole lot of time to sit around and think about you, boy. And I have to be in another state somewhere across the country to feed my family, but that's all hearsay and water under the bridge. I'm getting to Lebanon, Tennessee tonight because I have a partner that's coming in here, and here he stands next to me. And it took me a whole lot of pesos to pick up the phone to call Mexico Collect because I don't have nowhere to call from to get a hold of this man. But this man's like the closest thing to my heart. This man knows more about JC Ice than JC Ice actually knows about himself. Because, you know, when time goes on, wounds will heal, my boy, but you always are one ahead of JC Ice. Well, let me tell you this. I'm not going to be in the building this Saturday night in Lebanon, Tennessee, but I'm going to be there in heart and in soul. And when I called up on El Diablo to come and take care of my work, son, there's going to be hell to pay. Because he had to take a long flight from Mexico City just to show up to wrestle you one time. So I can prove my point to you that the man inside of JC Ice will come out, and I will be victorious over you, Flash Flanagan, and prove to the whole world that El Diablo, JC Ice, Jamie Dundee, or PG-13 can and will beat you, boy, and it's not over till it's over. And I'll see you in Lebanon in my heart and in my soul.
Well, we're sitting here atop the Nashville Fairgrounds Arena. We're, I don't know, about 6 or 8 months ago, this real genius, real Einstein named Wolfie D decided he wanted to have a confrontation with this man right here.
Very big mistake.
And Flash, what you did is you pretty much dropped him. So then next came along JC Ice.
The scrappy dude of wrestling.
So cute, isn't he? He's so cute. Well, he came along, and that took off about 2 or 3 weeks. And what happened was last week here at the Nashville Fairgrounds, just like we threw Wolfie D off the balcony, we sent JC Ice, the dozens of wives and kids, right out the front doors of the Nashville Fairgrounds Arena. And as far as getting on some wrestling boots and getting back in that ring right there, he's never going to do it ever again. But what he's going to do this week, apparently, he's got some friend of his that's going to come out and continue this battle. Some masked guy, L something or other. Well, to be honest, I don't know what whatever you're calling this guy, I don't know what that even means. The only L thing I know is El Nino, which stands for, as far as I know, the Nino. So you can get your little buddy there to come out here and try and continue a war that you couldn't finish. And all I know is what his name should stand for if he's going to get in there with Flash Flanagan is L Loser. Because that's what you are when you get in there with one of the stars of Music City Wrestling, Flash Flanagan.
That's right, Flash Flanagan. The man who's more devastating and destructive they're going to name the next hurricane after. It's as simple as that. Wolfie D went limping out. JC Ice sent packed out. And this El Nino, whatever, whoever, it doesn't matter. He's going to make a run for the border. You see, it's as simple as that. Music City Wrestling wants to kind of keep me down, but it's not going to happen anymore. You line them up, Bert Prentice. But make sure when you set the matches straight, you put them down in a pencil. Because Flash Flanagan started going to erase everyone that comes in until I get what's rightfully mine. Because I'm the man around here, the star, Paul Adams, Flash Flanagan, or it's Flash Flanagan and Paul Adams. You see, you mess with me, you mess with him. And when you mess with him, you mess with me. And that's 2 mistakes you don't want to do. Tell him, Law.
Like you were talking about writing those things out in pencil. You know, we used to have a saying when I coached Little League Baseball.
What was that saying?
Well, we used to say stick it in the book because there were some people that came up to bat and you could just guarantee next to their name you were going to put a K. Well, when you get in there with Flash Flanagan, Bert Prentice, you can pretty much put next to their names a big KO because that's what Flash Flanagan does to them.
This is Jim Cornette, and I just want to say to the folks in Music City Wrestling, now that you're members of the NWA, the National Wrestling Alliance, the oldest and largest governing body of professional wrestling anywhere in the world, then you're going to have to be doing some dealings with James E. Cornette, especially now that I understand that not only is Music City Wrestling bringing the NWA tradition back to Nashville, but also to Louisville at the Louisville Gardens every Tuesday night. Well, I guarantee you, Jim Cornette has got to be involved when you're talking about my hometown. I've managed the NWA World Tag Team Champions like the Midnight Express back in '86 and again in '88. I've also managed the NWA United States Tag Team Champions. Also now currently got Dan Severn, the NWA World Heavyweight Champion. So one way or another, Music City, you're going to have to be doing some dealings with Jim Cornette. And believe me, I'm going to be on the phone to you, Bert Prentice, soon and often until I get my way around Music City Wrestling.